The Miami Dolphins, a team that constantly teases greatness, only to let it slip through their fingers. A franchise that, time and time again, finds itself on the edge of something special, only to be dragged back by missteps, miscalculations, and missed opportunities. And if there's one moment where this latest rebuild truly lost its way, it was the 2021 NFL Draft. Not 2022. Not 2023. No, this was the moment the wheels came off. Rebuilding in the NFL isn't just about tearing down a roster. It's about what comes next. In 2019, the Dolphins stripped the team to its core, embracing a future built on draft capital, calculated risks, and, supposedly, the right leadership. The 2020 draft? Say what you will about the selections, but it produced 6 NFL starters. That's not nothing. Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Jackson, Robert Hunt. Names that may not all be in Miami anymore but still proved valuable. But then came 2021. The final draft loaded with the riches from the Miami Tunsil trade. A draft meant to cement Miami's place as a contender. Instead, it became a case study in how to squander potential. It all started with a questionable sequence of trades. Miami originally held the 3rd overall pick, a prime position, to select a game-changing talent. Instead, the Dolphins traded down, allowing San Francisco to grab Trey Lance, while Miami moved back to number 12. And then, in a moment of desperation, they traded back up to number 6 to select Jalen Waddle. Now, Waddle is a fantastic player, but this wasn't about whether he was good or not. It was about whether he was the right move. Sitting at number 3, Miami had the chance to draft Ja'Marr Chase, a player who, even back then, was widely regarded as a generational talent. A true WR1 in every sense. The Bengals took him without hesitation, pairing him with Joe Burrow, and the rest is history. Waddle is great, but Chase is different. Then came Jaelan Phillips, an athletic marvel with sky-high potential but concerning durability. The Dolphins bet on talent, passing on Najee Harris, a player who, at the time, filled a more immediate need. Phillips has flashed brilliance but has battled injuries, making his overall impact inconsistent. And while questioning that pick in isolation isn't entirely fair, it's what followed that sealed this draft as a disaster. Jevon Holland, taken at number 36, was supposed to be a foundational piece in the secondary. He had all the tools to become a defensive leader, but 4 seasons later, he remains an enigma. 1 week, he looks like a game changer. The next, he's invisible. Now, as he approaches free agency, it's likely another team will pay for his potential, while Miami is left wondering what could have been. And then there's Liam Eichenberg. Miami saw a run on offensive linemen and panicked, trading up to select him at number 42. They believed he would anchor their line. They hoped he would be a long-term answer. Instead, he became a liability, an experiment stretched over 4 painful seasons. No player on this team got more second chances, more excuses, more undeserved patience than Eichenberg. And what did he deliver? Year after year of subpar play, earning his spot as one of the worst defensive linemen in football. As if that wasn't enough, Miami then selected Hunter Long at number 81, a tight end who was supposed to be Mike Gesicki's successor. Instead, he became an afterthought, catching just 8 passes before being packaged in a trade for Jalen Ramsey. For seasons, 68 yards, 0 touchdowns, another wasted pick. And the late-round picks? Non-factors. Larnell Coleman, Garrett Dokes. Names barely worth remembering, let alone discussing. It wasn't just the draft picks that made this class a failure. It was the series of desperate, short-sighted trades that further drained Miami's resources. A 4th-round pick for Lynn Bowden Jr., a gadget player who never lived up to the hype. A 6th-round pick for Bernard McKinney, a linebacker who came and went without impact. Another 6th for DeAndre Washington, a move so forgettable most fans wouldn't even recall he was on the team. And let's not forget the botched trades involving Adam Shaheen, Isaiah Wilson, and Derek Flowers. All decisions that led to nothing but wasted opportunities. This draft didn't just set Miami back. It derailed the entire rebuild. The Miami Tunsil trade was supposed to be the move that changed the franchise's trajectory. Instead, through a series of miscalculations, Miami turned gold into dust. And why does all of this matter now? Because here we are, in 2025, and the Dolphins once again find themselves with a stockpile of draft picks. 10 selections. 6 in the top 150. A chance, perhaps the last one, to fix the mistakes of the past. But after everything we've seen, after years of front office missteps and talent evaluation failures, there's only one question that truly matters. Does anyone actually believe they'll get it right this time? Because if they don't, this isn't just another wasted offseason. It's the beginning of another teardown, another reset, another wasted era. And the only thing more frustrating than watching a team rebuild is watching them do it over and over again.